Being a cashier meant getting a few recognizable faces as patrons at the theater. It was the stopping point of Reggie White of the Eagles, as well as the coach at the time, Rich Kotite. Reggie agreed to pose for a picture requested by Ted Kirby, in which Ken was included. At one point in late August, the theater got a surprise visit by then-Senator Joe Biden. He approached the concession stand to get popcorn and a drink. Ken was the cashier and found himself a little starstruck. "Are you the senator?" he asked. Biden nodded his head yes. "Oh, how you doing?" Ken asked. When paying for his snacks, Biden first handed him some paper money, but changed his mind and offered his quarters, seeing there was more of a need for them. "Here, hand me back the single, I'll give ya quarters instead," he said. Ken told the other staff that Biden was there. However, some, including Nicole, didn't recognize him. Ted Kirby pointed out that his appearance seemed to signal bad luck, as a film had broken down the last time he was there. Luckily, nothing seemed to go awry that day. Efforts began in Ken's next plan to win Nicole's heart. This would be Plan B. He decided to seek out concert tickets through the Ticketmaster phone line and see who was playing. He noticed Rod Stewart was scheduled to perform at the Spectrum in October. Ken decided to take a risk, purchase 2 tickets to the concert, which amounted to $60.05, for seats that were not exactly close, but not bad either. The plan was to invite Nicole to go with him. Ken considered himself fortunate to have the income at his disposal, considering he had little to pay in room and board, no tuition balances, and just his car insurance, food, and gas as his regular bills. He had started to feel guilty about telling people that he lived with his parents. He would still have to wait for her to return to work after her recovery. The question was how to go about presenting her the invitation. She had spent some of her time off traveling, interacting with friends, and making the most of her recovery. On her first day back at work, she showed off a ring she got from a new guy she decided to started seeing, a high school student named Todd. Ken wasn't there as she was showing others. When Ken had the opportunity to work with her, he didn't always get around to talking to her, as he was the quiet type and tended to stall before speaking to her. One day Nicole was sitting with Cherie eating her Wawa hoagie. Ken decided to approach her and ask her questions. "Okay, you, stop right there and talk to me," he said to be facetious. "Can I finish chewing?" Nicole said. "Yeah." After she finished, Ken asked, "What's this problem you have with dating someone you work with?" "Well, not much except for some bad experiences of mine. And bad experiences I heard about from people I know. It doesn't really matter now, since I have a boyfriend." "Is it really bad experiences? And you're not just listening to the hype? What people tell you?" "Yes, there's a lot of reasons to consider." Ken paused as he was slowly having digest the new revelations about her personal life. He discontinued his questions for the time being. After a little while, he privately got to share with Cherie his interest in asking Nicole out. "You like her?" Cherie asked. Putting it plainly, yes. Ted Kirby noticed them talking and got a little curious. "Do you mind if I tell him?" Cherie asked Ken. "No," Ken said. Cherie looked at Ted the manager and said, "He has the hots for Nicole." Ted just silently acknowledged that interesting revelation through facial expressions. Ken mentioned to them that he got Nicole a special surprise gift to see if it would sway her, the concert tickets. Before that night shift was up, he confronted Nicole and confessed that he'd gotten her the ticket to go with him to see Rod Stewart. "Listen, if you think, after going with me, it'll be tough to work with me, I'm willing to quit here," he said to her. "But Ken, that's not the point. I have a boyfriend now, in case you didn't hear me mention it. His name is Todd. He gave me his ring. And so as of right now I want to see where this goes," she said.